your nose in it. I'm authentic, real name, no gimmicks, no game, no scrimmage. I ain't playing with you
What's up,
niggas.
everyone? It's the Nation of Podcation Daily Podcast. I'm O'Shea. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Hip hop superstar and icon and legend and billionaire. We talking about Jay-Z here. Talks about dealing with Birdman, trying to sign Lil Wayne to Rock Nation when they were going through the Birdman and Lil Wayne issues. Now, as we all know, Birdman and Lil Wayne had their issues during the 2010s where Lil Wayne didn't feel he was being compensated fairly from Birdman. Birdman allegedly, they was at a concert. He threw something on the stage at Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was taking shots at Cash Money. Birdman was allegedly involved with some sort of shooting the Wayne's tour bus through one of Young Thug's associates. Crazy stuff, during that Rich Gang time. So it was wild stuff going on between the two. But at the same time, I'm glad to see these two got to reconcile because Cash Money Records would not be where it's at today without Birdman, without Lil Wayne. Those two were the pillars of Cash Money. They stayed there the longest. The test of time, obviously, Birdman, that's his label. Lil Wayne was the longest tenured artist with Cash Money Records. So shout out to those two for being able to reconcile. Birdman allegedly paid Lil Wayne what he was owed, and then they kept it moving. Now everything seems like it's all good. They're back on tour together and all that stuff. Well, I'm gonna play y'all a couple clips from Jay-Z where he talks about how he talked to Birdman first before just going out and signing Lil Wayne because he didn't want no issues with Birdman due to respect. And then Birdman talks about how Jay-Z has always held that kind of respect for him. Let's take a look at these clips. One from Jay-Z, two from Birdman. Let's tune in.
Truth is, after I had a meeting with Wayne, I had a relationship with Baby, so when I used to go to New Orleans, I would hang out with him. In the purple little Prowler going down the street. No top, people wanted trying to jump in the car. So I felt it was only right to call him. I called him out of respect, like, yo, I was talking to Wayne, just letting you know, boom, boom, boom. So after that, I think we received a letter at our office for like torturous interference. And I was like, whoa, is it sports? They do that? It was like, whoa. And it just all went from there. But, I think I would rather, lose that situation and do the right thing than the opposite. Because I think I could have signed him. I could have signed him and then told him after, but I did the right thing.
One of the only other cats who's probably really from the streets and became successful in this to the point of where everyone has to admire it. But he seemed like he was kind of looking out for Wayne and helping Wayne out. And even Wayne said that. Did you and Jay ever have a conversation? Or
he always kept it G with me.
Right.
Never violated, tried to be disrespectful. He'll call me if he felt none of this was going on. Me and the nigga had always had a relationship. We always gambled for the Super Bowls. We always had a respect relationship. Still had it today, a respectable relationship. So, but even when him and Wayne got a relationship too, I never got involved with that. But before any violation came about, he'll let me know, son, this was going on. I ain't trying to get in your business. I got too much respect for y'all. He always kept it G with me.
All right, Nation, there you have it. So you got Birdman and Jay-Z giving their thoughts and reactions. And see, this is the kind of hip-hop stories that I like, where it's not one side said this, one side said that, and somewhere in the truth is the middle. These is both facts. Birdman saying his talk. Jay-Z reached out to him first. Jay-Z saying he had a relationship with Birdman, Baby, and at the same time, he wanted to respect that relationship. And there was no way in hell Birdman was about to lose his #1 selling artist. That's like losing a Mike Jackson, losing a Drake, losing, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody's losing a Snoop Dogg. Nobody's losing, their top artists like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's wild stuff to think that Birdman was just going to let that happen. You know what I mean? Like even with like Suge Knight and Master P, it took a lot of money for Snoop Dogg to go from Death Row Records to No Limit Records, and Suge still owned the Snoop Doggy Dogg name. That's why Snoop Dogg goes by Snoop Dogg now. And they had to pay that money out and all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? He still got residuals off of the albums, all kind of stuff like that. So for Jay-Z to have that kind of respect for Birdman and Birdman to show that same respect to Jay-Z, that's how hip-hop should be. Two black men showing respect for each other, not doing grimy stuff, backdoor stuff, pause to each other. Just two men working. Both of them are Baby's near billionaire. Jay-Z is a billionaire, and just seeing these two work together, work it out, whatever the situation was, That's what I like to see in hip hop. Not all this behind, backstabbing. I'm signing him behind your back. Then it'd be diss records and all types of stuff. It's just all that's not necessary. Nation, what do you think about Jay-Z's comments? What do you think about Birdman's comments? What if, let's play that game real quick. What do you think would have happened? What if Lil Wayne would have signed with Jay-Z? Where do you think Lil Wayne's career would have went? Nation, let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button on your way out.
In it. I'm authentic, real name, no gimmicks, no game, no scrimmage. I ain't playing with you niggas at all.